You know, I've been where you are, sitting there, listening to someone talk about success, about proving people wrong, and I bet some of you are thinking, yeah, right, easy for you to say. Well, let me tell you something. It's not easy. It never was, and it never will be. But that's exactly why it's worth doing. I want you to think back to a moment when someone told you that you couldn't do something. Maybe it was a teacher who said you weren't smart enough, a coach who said you weren't athletic enough, a parent who said your dreams were too big, a friend who laughed at your ambitions. How did that feel? I'll tell you how it felt for me. It felt like a punch to the gut. It felt like the world was closing in. It felt like maybe, just maybe, they were right. But you know what? They weren't right. They were dead wrong. And today, right here, right now, I'm telling you, they're wrong about you too. You see, the people who tell you that you can't, the ones who doubt you, they're not prophets. They don't know your future. They don't know what you're capable of. Hell, even you don't know what you're capable of yet. But you're about to find out. Let me tell you a story. There was this kid, dyslexic, struggled in school. His teachers told him he was slow and wouldn't go far in life. That kid was Richard Branson. Ever heard of him? Yeah, the billionaire founder of Virgin Group. Or how about the woman who was a single mom, living on welfare, battling depression, and still writing her book in cafes while her baby slept? Her name? J.K. Rowling. Last I checked, Harry Potter did pretty well. See, here's the thing. When people tell you that you can't do something, it says more about their limitations than it does about yours. They're looking at you through the lens of their own fears, their own failures, their own limited beliefs. But you're not bound by their limitations. You're not chained by their fears. You're free. Free to dream, free to try, free to fail, and free to get back up and try again. And let me tell you something else. Proving them wrong, it's not about them, it's about you. It's about showing yourself what you're made of. It's about pushing your limits, breaking through your own barriers, and becoming the person you're meant to be. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This journey, it's going to be hard. There will be days when you want to quit, days when their voices creep back into your head, when the doubt starts to seep in. But those are the days that matter most. Those are the days when you look in the mirror and say, not today. Today, I keep going. Because every step you take, every small victory you achieve, every time you choose to keep going when it would be easier to quit, that's when you're proving them wrong. That's when you're proving yourself right. And let me tell you, there's no feeling in the world like proving the doubters wrong. When you stand at the top of that mountain you were told you couldn't climb, when you hold that degree they said you'd never earn, when you build that business they said would never succeed, that feeling, it's indescribable. But here's the secret they don't tell you. The real victory isn't in their reaction. It's not about seeing the look on their faces or hearing them admit they were wrong. The real victory is in who you become along the way. The strength you discover within yourself, the resilience you build, the confidence you gain, that's the real prize. And you know what else? Once you prove them wrong once, you'll want to do it again and again. You'll start seeking out challenges. You'll start pushing yourself further than you ever thought possible. Because you'll realize that the only limits that truly matter are the ones you place on yourself. So here's what I want you to do. The next time someone tells you that you can't do something, I want you to smile. That's right, smile. Because in that moment, they've just given you a gift. They've given you fuel for your fire. They've given you a reason to push harder, to dig deeper, to reach further. Take their doubt and turn it into your motivation. Take their disbelief and make it your battle cry. Let their no become the reason for your yes. You want to be a writer? Write. You want to be an entrepreneur? Start that business. You want to be an athlete? Train. You want to change careers? Do it. You want to go back to school? Enroll. Whatever it is, whatever that dream is that they said was too big, too hard, too impossible, that's your mission now. That's your Everest. And you're gonna climb it. But remember this, you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. You're doing it because you know deep down in your soul that you're capable of greatness. You're doing it because you refuse to let anyone else's limitations define your life. So prove them wrong. Prove them wrong when they say you can't. Prove them wrong when they say you won't. Prove them wrong when they say you never will. But more than that, prove yourself right. Prove that the voice inside you that says, I can, is louder than any voice that says you can't. Prove that your determination is stronger than any obstacle. Prove that your dreams are more powerful than anyone's doubt. And know this, as you embark on this journey, as you set out to prove everybody wrong, you're not alone. Every great achiever, every innovator, every person who's ever done anything worthwhile has stood where you stand now. They've heard the doubts, faced the criticisms, felt the fear, but they took that first step anyway. And then the next, and the next. So now it's your turn. Your turn to step up, to stand out, to silence the doubters and prove everybody wrong. Your turn to show the world what you're made of. And years from now, when you've achieved what they said was impossible, when you've become who they said you couldn't be, you'll look back on this moment when you decided that their doubts were just background noise on your journey to greatness. So go ahead. Prove them wrong. Prove yourself right. Show the world what you're truly capable of. Your journey starts now, and I can't wait to see where it takes you.